Okay guys, today we are putting together the water pump, two-piece water pump, and we're going to install the timing belt on the 4AG engine. Two-piece water pump, obviously we just need to get this bolted up into the engine, but we're first putting it together with the gasket. A couple 10mm bolts, we get this thing together, tighten her down. And then we just gotta get those main bolts and the O-rings all in place to be bolted up to the engine. So after putting up the water pump, tightening this, snugging these bolts up, making sure everything's fit nice, making sure that O-ring fits nice. We're gonna be putting the timing belt on. First thing is we're putting the timing belt gear on. You don't want to hit this metal on metal, but it is gonna struggle to put on. So a wood block, always easy way to do that. You don't mar up the metal. Using the Daco timing belt kit. Always a good idea to get a timing belt kit when you're doing engine work, guys. It's pretty much straightforward. You're gonna get everything you need. Some timing belts drive the water pump and everything. You're gonna want to do it all at one time because you're already in there once. The timing belt kit did come with some seals that I already actually replaced behind the crank and the cams, so spares for later if I need them. And timing belt bearing, tensioner actually, and the spring, tensioner and bearing. So the first thing I kind of did here is I just want to kind of eye up where I'm going with the timing belt. Some of them have lines for the timing marks, this one does not. And essentially, I'm just kind of lining it up. Kind of seeing where I'm going to sit, make sure I got the belt stretch kind of where I need it, make sure my crank's not going to turn on me. All that jazz. Sometimes when you put the tensioner in place, the crank will actually move off of its timing mark a little bit. So just want to make sure that's staying in place, as you can see. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing the, guidance piece here, making sure that I'm not 3 teeth off on the upper belts and stuff. So you can see now I put the tensioner pulley on, kind of just seeing where it had to be. And essentially, you're gonna have that spring attached. Move the tensioner as far out as you can to kind of full tension, and tighten down the bolt to give you the max looseness you can on that pulley, and slide the belt in place. You can see I kind of had to do that right here. I was trying to get it on, but then I just snugged it in place, holding the crank to make sure that when I loosen this bolt, the tensioner is going to take over. Putting tension on the belt, you want to make sure that the crank doesn't move too. Make sure I have proper tension, 4mm deflection up top. It can't be super tight, otherwise you got a problem. Just want to make sure we got tension all the way. The spring's going to pull that tensioner in place. This is a mechanical design, not a hydraulic design. Kind of double checking my markings, making sure we're all good. We seem to be good. I'm kind of anal retentive when it comes to this stuff, so. Now I'm going to rotate the crankshaft over 2 times. First time, your cam gears will actually be upside down because they rotate half as much as the crank. So we're going to fight compression, rotate it over twice. Line up that crank gear point. And I kind of missed it, so I don't want to rotate backwards, so I just want to rotate twice again. And we are there, and it looks like my timing belt marks are lined completely up. Make sure your tension's still good, make sure that slack is good. Now I'm going to tighten down the tensioner bolt for the last time. Just going to force it as much as I can forward. The tension on the belt. Basically adequate amount of force to make sure this is good to go. Snugging that down. Again, always checking my deflection on the belts, making sure it's good. And because I am the way I am, I'm going to verify one more time. Inches out in the stand, easiest time to do this. You might as well. Okay, and we are all together on. I'm going to grab the camera, show you the kind of timing marks. You want to make sure you rotate it on there and there. We are good to go if the camera would focus, but timing belt is attached and on the engine. Again, always checking my timing belt play, making sure it's adequate. And we're going to jump ahead to putting the engine together a little bit. So you can see I jumped ahead, got a water pump pulley, my back placing things. You can see I nicely painted the covers, kind of renew them up. Crank pulleys painted, alternator gear, alternator bracket, I smoothed out. And we are just going good. So I'm excited to keep a lot more work getting going on this thing. And next video, we're going to be doing the floor in the MR2, getting this thing all buttoned up, new floor. It's going to look fantastic when I'm done.